Now, come on in, Merseyside and Greater Manchester. Your time is up. Lancastrians are threatening to take back what they say is rightfully theirs. Today is the first official Lancashire Day, and campaigners want to see the back of new boundaries which decimated traditional Lancashire in the 70s. Our Lancashire reporter, Peter Marshall, explains.
It's a county with friends in high places, and high above the River Mersey, those friends are willing to go to great lengths to protect its heritage.
People live in a county, they were born in a county, they have a loyalty to the county, and I don't see why the bureaucrats in London should try and alter that. Some people seem to think that you need to travel 24 miles from the River Mersey before you actually enter Lancashire, but that isn't the case. All you've got to do to travel from Cheshire into Lancashire is to take one step.
The Friends of Real Lancashire have no time for those who talk of Merseyside and Greater Manchester. They simply don't exist. The area many think of as Lancashire today was effectively created with the stroke of a pen during the boundary changes of 1974. Campaigners say in law the newly created counties were administration zones only. They say the traditional county boundaries, stretching from the South Lakes to the Mersey, have not been altered. So Liverpudlians are Lancastrians, like it or not.
But I'm a Liverpudlian, but really I'm from Lancashire, but I'm still a Liverpudlian.
I would like to be called a Lancashire lass. I was born in Liverpool, I know, but it's Lancashire.
So if traditional Lancashire spreads from the banks of the River Mersey to all points north, there's a massive empire just waiting to be grabbed. So are Lancashire's local politicians eyeing Liverpool and Manchester with thoughts of a potential takeover in mind?
We are talking to areas like Liverpool, Manchester and other parts of the northwest about having a new regional entity, and maybe everybody should think about calling it Lancashire, so the real Lancashire could be restored.
And do you think Louise Ellman would be in charge of all these different areas?
I think that has to be for others to decide.
You have been warned. In Cumbria too, little clues that Lancastrians are lurking.
God bless Lancashire, and God save the Queen, Duke of Lancashire.
I didn't like going into Cumbria at the time. I don't know that it's harmed us a great deal, but I'd rather be known as a Lancashire person.
Case solved. Lancashire rules OK. Peter Marshall, North West Tonight, Lancashire.
The Queen, the Duke of Lancaster. Well, someone who's an expert on the old county boundaries is astrologer Russell Grant. In fact, he's recently had a book published on the subject. I asked him if people only wanted to return to the counties because it gave them a posh address.
Well, having an address with Lancashire is something that the Royal Mail might well say is the right thing to do. But I think people care more about their roots. Because there's three different sorts of counties. There's the real county, the historic county, or there's the county council or the administrative county, and there's the Royal Mail county. I don't think it really matters how people feel about it, although, of course, when it comes to insurance, their address could mean quite a lot to them. I think they're more interested in having their roots, their heritage, their history, which in Lancashire's case dates back many hundreds of years.
Now, you've written a book on this. What got you interested in it?
Well, I was born in Middlesex, and I quite wrongly thought at the time that Middlesex had been abolished. And it was actually the government who said to me when I wrote to Margaret Thatcher's Environment Minister of the day, I said, I don't belong anywhere anymore. You've abolished where I come from. They wrote back to me a letter which said, we may have abolished Middlesex County Council. It was just 76 years old, but the county of Middlesex, the real county of Middlesex, will exist for many, many years to come. It's already existed for 10, 12 centuries. We cannot abolish what we never created.
I notice you don't call it the old county boundaries. You call them the real county boundaries. As an astrologer, can you forecast what will happen? Will we return to what you call the real county?
Well, you can't return to what you never left. And so the main thing is for people to be aware the real Lancashire is very different to Lancashire County Council, which only looks after a small part of the county. The rest of the county is looked after by other administrative districts, which could change willy-nilly as much as a government can change, so local government areas can alter too. But the real county of Lancashire and Cheshire and Cumberland and Westmoreland and so on will always remain the same. They are the real counties of Britain.